Jonno8825 asks, do you read for pleasure at all? At all? At all? Okay. Generally not. When was the last time I read for pleasure? I think I was 12, and I regretted it. I don't think I even finished the book, because I was doing it for pleasure instead of being required to do it. And so I was like, why am I volunteering for this? I know it's a good book. I don't want to read it. Now, if you're talking about cereal boxes, those things are awesome. Seriously, I've probably read more. I think I can say I have read, I don't know if this is true, I think I can say I've read more words on cereal boxes than books. I don't know if I can say that, but I think it might be true. That's pretty bad. Ambermen asks, what's better, Halo or Half-Life? Half-Life. Simpsonsfannation asks, where do you get your games and why? I get them from things like buy.com, amazon.com, or a lot of times a friend of mine will get a game first, and I'll give him $10 so I can buy it from him. And then when I'm done with it, I sell it to him for $10. Usually it's the same $10 bill. It's just an easier way to do things. That's not a question. WeMonster1 asks, the new game Borderlands, which runs on PC, PS3, and Xbox 360, is a lot like Fallout 3, according to some people. Do you think you'll do a Let's Play of it? I'm not sure. Get back to me on that. 7GameX asks, where did you get that username from? I might not have answered that question in questions and answers. I definitely did it several times in live broadcasts. But this username, man, my first username, was it that? Oh god, I've had lots of different ones. But one of my first gamer usernames was Hoytella. I don't know why. I saw the Hoyle from Hoyle Cards, the card company, and I didn't really remember where I saw Hoyle, and so I changed it to Hoytella, and then that's where I went from that. Hold on, let me pause the recording. Anywho, as I was saying, from there, I thought that wasn't a really great name. I mean, I had it for 4 years or so, between ages like 7 and 11. Before that, there weren't really screen names. I might have used my real name. I don't think I played too many games that required screen name. Moving on. And then after that, it was the whole initials thing. Before that, it was just you put your 3 initials in, generally. After that, I started on Kali95 in 1994, which is weird that it would be called Kali95, but hey, what you gonna do? It was like the beta of Kali95. And I logged in, and I needed to create a username, so I wanted Armageddon. And I think that worked? No, I think it failed, so I put in an X at the end. And so I got Armageddon X. And then I used that for a really long time. I still use that quite often. And then the variant was with 430, which is just the leet numberization of vowels. And then I just, instead of saying ARM4 GU3 0 NX, instead of saying that, I just say Armageddon X 430. It's easier. That's why I say it that way. Okay, so that's where the whole name etymology for me is. And then there's also Vortex, Templar, and Exemer, but those are just because certain games require certain length names, and all 3 of those mean something to me. Sort of. Not mean something, they make me recognize, oh, that's one of my characters. Okay. 7GameX asks, ever considered using other sites instead of YouTube? Yes. Kema333444 asks, do you think that the racist stuff that happens in America will ever stop? No, I don't think racist stuff will ever stop anywhere in the world. I believe racism and oppression is never ever defeatable. But it should always be our goal to head towards equality. We can never achieve equality. We can go past equality and start being oppressive in the other direction, but we can never achieve it. It's like trying to, if you're spinning a clock hand, it will never land exactly on 12 o'clock. It will land one string left of 12 o'clock or one string right of 12 o'clock, if you know what strings are. It will never land directly on it. It's impossible to define what's right on it. Because there's a center of mass of the little line for the 12 o'clock, and that center of mass has to be between strings, so there's no way for it to ever land directly at the center of mass of 12 o'clock. Okay, there you go. Unless somehow all the center of mass ends up being exactly in line with one string, and it ends up landing on that. I don't think it's going to happen. Here's a question for you. If you have a perfect sphere with a little bit of friction on a perfectly flat surface, also with a little bit of friction, and you roll it, what are the odds that it will land wherever it lands? Absolutely 0%. No way will it ever land on any side, because it's a perfect sphere. Which proves, I guess, sort of, not really, but sort of, it proves that there is a discrete nature to reality. Okay. What was it? We were talking about racism. Wow. Okay, moving on. Talk about a tangent. Okay. Antonio12684 asks, has there ever been a Let's Play that you want to continue but other people wouldn't recwest? Okay. There have been. I don't think I want to say specific ones because I figure people will request it because I want to play it. For example, at the end of Red Alert Gorilla, I said, I'm having a lot of fun with this game. Hopefully a lot of people will request it. And on that game, seemingly unknowingly, it got ridiculous amounts of requests. I think that was because I asked them to request it. And that's not really how I want my system to work. So, yes, there are 2 games, in fact, that I think you guys underrate so much. They're such great games, and you guys just don't request them, so I'm not playing them. So, but I'm not going to tell you which ones. You might think about it. You probably, I mean, unless somehow you're able to, like, pull in, I don't know. I don't know how you would find out. But if I think that I'm influencing your requests, I won't accept them. Okay, Erago575 says, what do you find true happiness? My name's not True Happiness, and I haven't found anything. So, I mean, I could answer that, but he literally asked, what do I find true happiness? That's what he asked. So, hey, I'm trying to answer his question. What do I find? My name's not True Happiness. Okay. Shut up. Move on. Namretsbol asks, did you root for the roadrunner or the coyote? The coyote because that was the perspective of that we were given. If I was in the perspective of the roadrunner, I would probably root for the roadrunner. Sylvester or Tweety? Okay, this is where people are going to be amazed. I mean, I'm not a young guy. I am relatively young, but I'm not young compared to most of my viewers. I have never really watched Sylvester or Tweety. Kind of amazing. Maybe just little snippets here and there, but not really. So I don't really have one on that.